Hello, Journey Towards Joy team. We're going to do a series of videos talking about the topic of anxiety. As you know, if you watched my very first post, the premise behind Journey Towards Joy is to help us all find our joy and not let some of the struggles of life suck it right out of us. Whether it be kids, family, work, or your own internal stressors, which are some of mine. I just want us all to be able to get there and get through them and help encourage each other. So as I struggle with body image constantly, I thought maybe I needed to look at some other areas of my life and kind of figure out what contributed to that. And so I'm thinking it might be anxiety. I don't really consider myself an anxious person. Although if I get in a car with my husband, I am anxious, okay? If I'm going to get in the car with my teenager, I am anxious. If I'm getting ready to have a test done at the doctor's, I am anxious. So those are obvious things, but I think I have a little bit more underlying anxiety than I even knew, because I like to keep everything just so. I want everything perfect because I need the control. I need to make sure that things don't go wrong. Thereby, I'm not anxious. So I started reading Max Lucado's book. Let me get the title here. Anxious for Nothing. Sat down with it. So I wanted us to maybe spend some time going through that, some of the principles that he employs to maybe help us not be anxious. And so we're going to talk about the first thing, and he says calm. Easy to remember. You don't want to be anxious. You want to be calm. That stands for celebrate, ask, leave, and meditate. So we're going to take on celebrate today. But first, let's go back to anxiety a little bit. But God gives us courage instead of anxiety. So let's go to some Bible verses. Romans 8:28. In all things, God works for the good of those who love them, who have been called according to his purpose. Let your gentleness be evident to all. The Lord is near. Do not be anxious in anything. That's Philippians 4:6. Be anxious for nothing, but in everything, by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be known to God. In that same Bible there. And we'll go over prayer after we go over celebrate. The first letter in calm, the C, celebrate. So what are we going to celebrate? This is a different way to think about fighting anxiety, a way to be calm. But first we need to celebrate with God. Celebrate our blessings. And so that's what I want us to do this week. I want you to help me celebrate blessings. And blessings can be anything. If you got to dig deep and find one because you're having a bad day, dig deep. I'm going to give you my first blessing. And this one's tough for me. This one's a little shallow, people would say. But considering body image is one of my struggles that gives me anxiety, I'm going to give God a thank you and a blessing and celebrate I'm beautiful. And you're like, okay, I'm totally confused because you just said you had body image issues. Yes, I have body image issues. I don't really have face issues. I think I'm pretty most of the time. Some days you can, whoo, what's going on today? But most of the time, I feel confident in my face. It's the rest of me in the package that I don't celebrate as much, that I need to learn to celebrate. So thank you, Jesus, for my pretty face. How about you guys? What can you thank Jesus for? What can we celebrate to help us not be so anxious? Please reply. Thanks.